What's good, YouTube? So, I don't know what I'm gonna call this yet, but I noticed how so many people are starting up their own platforms and stuff with this prison, jail system, and their experiences and everything going through. You know, for example, the first time I was locked up, right? Mind you, it was like 2010. I just turned 18. You feel me? So I just turned 18. I ended up. I ain't gonna go over details. You can look it up if you really want to see it. But I ended up doing 8 months in county, right? Oh, let me pause real quick. GP, stay GP, always been GP. Just to put that out there, I know a lot of people trip on that shit. I don't really politic it like that, but I just don't want people to get the wrong information. You feel me? So any stories I have to say are strictly from GP perspective. You feel me? From general population, if you don't know what that means. So anyway, back to my story. I ended up getting 8 months in county. Remember the first day, walking, tired as hell, you feel me? Got my mat together. The first thing I see, right, when I walk in, the first thing I do after I think I even set my mat on the wrong table. See, that's one thing that a lot of people don't know about California politics is it's really racial, or if they do know, they understand it's really racial, you feel me? So a lot of people get confused when I walk in, you feel me? When I walk in, first people think I'm either white or Hispanic. I am half white, but my father's Tongan, you feel me? My name's so Siwa in Tongan, you feel me? Like, it's my birth certificate name, so, you feel me? I already was basically laced, I'm going in there, I'm Tongan. Like, I relate more to my Tongan side than I do my white side. I mean, in a sense, that's unfortunate, but at the same time, it is what it is. So, I walk in there right before, this is actually right before I started putting my stuff together, my mat and everything. So I walk in there holding my stuff. The first black person I see, right? I walk up to him and I go, it's my first time, you feel me? But I already know about the politics and whatnot. This motherfucker starts speaking Spanish at me, bro. I said, what? Skirt? What? Oh, sorry. I thought you were. Oh, no, it's cool. Over there. Your people's over there. Boom. I walk over to the table next to him. And the black folks sitting there kind of looking at me like, wait, what are you? Like, I'm Tongan and white. Like, basically I'm Tongan. Like, oh, okay, for sure. All right, They knew what Tongans were. If you don't know what a Tongan is, Google it. I'm not going to say what we're like, but if anything, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to keep it racial or hatred between us. It's like Samoans. Like, if you know what a Samoan is, similar to Samoans, slightly different culture. We have, our own history and whatnot. Normally, if you call a Samoan and a Tongan, vice versa, you feel me? They're gonna get mad or whatever. So, it's best not to do that. But for video's sake, for YouTube, I'm gonna make it easier for everybody who doesn't know what a Tongan is. So I get in there, boom, fix my shit up. I go to lay down. Of course, I can't remember exactly names, but had homies coming up to me. What's up? I'm whoop-de-whoop from such and such. I think one of them was from like Santana Block, something like that. Compton Crib. Didn't really remember too many other people. Laid down as soon as my mat was, fixed, and I was on my top bunk. Boom! I wake up to the CO's. Some forward, roll shit up, getting transferred. And I just got here, like I barely got processed and booked in here. Like, you finally housed me and you're transferring me? Where am I going? You're going to Indio. If y'all don't know where Indio, California is, it's near Blythe, right next to Blythe. Blythe is on the border of, man, I can't think off top. I probably should have looked it up first, but it's like I said, it's my first video, so bear with me. It's like on the border of Nevada in California. Anyway, Indio's far from where I live in Riverside. That's where I was booked. That's where the process. That's where I thought I was going to be housed. No, they sent me to Indio. Get to Indio. I walk into, I should say, get off the bus, walk into this old looking building, really dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, very well, it really wasn't that lit. I mean, it was The opposite, if anything. So I'm walking, following the CO to this little room. Like as I'm walking, right before we get to the corner of this building or this wall or whatever you could say, where the dorm that I was going to be housed at, well, they thought I was going to be housed at. You're walking down the hallway, and it's like looking at a zoo. You have there's glass window, and you can see into this day room right before my day room, and it's just a bunch. There's like probably 20 people, if not more, in this day room. All these bunks stacked 3 high against the walls. And then you have a couple tables and a TV in the middle. Not even much room to walk, you feel me? So anyway, we get past that. So I noticed, damn, it's like a fish tank or like a zoo. Like, what the fuck? They just have us on display or some shit. We hit the corner, boom. We're in front of a door. There's no windows. There's not, it's like the first window I described. No windows on this door. It's the big door. I think there was maybe like a window in the door, but like I think the CLs could open it, so it wasn't like no glass or nothing. It's just like a metal. Anyway, opens the door, tells me, go ahead. You're home. You're home for now. I walk in. It's darker than it was when we were walking down the hall, and that was pretty gloomy. Turns out this is a working dorm I'm in. There's maybe 9 to 12 beds, I believe. But I don't think it was full. I think there was maybe there was like one other open bunk at the time. So I walk in there, set my stuff down on the little table. Some Hispanic guy comes up to me. Oh, what's going on? I'm such and such. This is the working dorm, no politics. If you're cool with that, then you can stay. If you don't want to stay, then, if you're super politicked out or whatever, you can leave. We're not trying to press you or nothing. It's just, it's just the working, can't control anything in here. So for the most part, someone can't really, but inmates find a way. So I'm like, yeah, I'm cool with my other, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't tripping on the politics shit really. Like, don't get me wrong. I understand and follow the rules, but at the same time, mainline, if you understand the politics, others, we're a lot more chillax. We do have our politics as well, They clean up house on dirty shit, everything, like we politic it, not to the extreme that the Hispanics or whites do, but we follow rules as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in there for maybe like a week, right? Before they offered me a job. They said, hey, you want to work in the kitchen? I said, nope. Don't want to work here. Don't want to be here. Sure the fuck don't want to fucking give you guys no blood, sweat, and tears, you feel me? For cents on the dollar, if that, you know what I'm saying? When I don't want to be here. CL said, oh, okay. You think you're calling shots and shit, huh? He said, all right, we're going to move you. I said, move me? You mean transfer me? He said, no, we're going to move you just down the hallway over here to day room 1. I said, okay. He said, we'll see how you make it in the Gateway Posse Crip tank. By the way, Gateway Posse Crip, shout out, you feel me? I believe they're in DHS, Indio area, or that general area. I'm not for sure exactly. I've only run into a few of them. I had a homie or two from there, Wallen County. But I've never actually been out there. I've never been on the streets or nothing like that. So I don't want to I'm not putting out information like that. You feel me? But so I'm like, whatever, cool, shoot me. I don't know if he thought I was Hispanic or what, right? But I get there. It's another door, right? Down the hallway, you see the little other dorms with the windows. Well, for some reason, we pull up in front of another door that has like a little metal slot open thing, no glass though, just big enough for your head in the door so you could see in and shit, pass shit through if they had to. He opens the door, I step in, he shuts the door, clack. I've noticed I just stepped into a hallway. There's a wall and then there's a gate, like old school bars. Fairly long, it consisted of a day room. So when you first walk in through that door, you follow the bars. The first gate you come to that opens lets you into this day room. There's two tables, a TV on the wall, and a shower in the back. And the shower's separated from the tables and stuff. So, but there's just a curtain, you know. 2-man shower, only 1 man normal shower at a time. You know, respect the, you know, we're not trying to be in here, fucking on some weirdo shit, you know, gay shit. You feel me? Everyone's just trying to do their time and go home, clean up while they're in the shower. You know what I'm saying? Mind their business. But so anyway, I first step in. Oh, sorry, I didn't finish explaining. After that day room and that gate, there's another gate, and it's sectioned off into 3 other cells, like smaller cells, like half, if that, of the day room. So there's bunks of 2s, you know, 1 on top, 1 bottom, 1 top, 1 bottom, about like 2, 4, 6, maybe 8 to 10 people, I believe. I can't remember exactly. This was a while ago. Like I said, 2010, I think. There's at least about 8 people. I'm gonna say 8 too. Yeah, there's about 8 people in the dorm, right? In each of these rooms. Before I get to even figure out where I'm about to sleep and stuff, right? I walk down the gate from the door, and that big gate opens to the day room. I walk in there. I notice a larger gentleman, older man, but definitely good shape. You feel me? No homo. Bald head. Just, you can tell he'd been doing time, you know. And turns out he came back from the pen on a, I don't know if he was doing life or doing a long time, but he ended up catching another charge or something like that, or they picked up some charges on him. And anyway, I'm not gonna say his name, but he was from I believe it was Rolling 60s, gangster, Rolling 60s neighborhood crib. Almost fucked up. You feel me? So I walk in there, set my stuff down next to this guy. He looks at me, goes, "What's up? I moved through Rolling 60s neighborhood crib." I said, "Oh, what's up? I'm so you feel me? I'm from Riverside, stay in Riverside." You feel me? Like, most of my family, you know, they crip relate. They got ties with Crips, but you feel me? I don't proclaim. I've never been put on nothing. I used to claim shit. You feel me? I used to be a little wannabe gangster. You feel me? Learned my lesson, luckily. You feel me? But always been Crip affiliated. But at the same time, I'm saying, like, never been officially put on nowhere, nothing. Glad I didn't. Probably a really good choice in my life, considering how watered down and everything gangbanging is nowadays, especially. Anyway, back to the story. So this guy tells me, he goes, "What are you?" I said, "I'm white and Tongan." He said, "Oh, so you're Wood?" I said, "No, I'm other. I'm Tongan, if anything." I should have said the Tongan first, but anyway. So then he tells me, "Oh, you're Tongan, huh?" He's like, You sure you're not Mexican? You sure you're not a Southsider?" I said, "No, why? Like, well, why are you pressing me like you got issues with Southsiders? Like, you feel me?" Like, he said, "Well, if you didn't know this already, you're in the Gateway Posse Crip tank. Granted, I'm not from Gateway. Most of them fellas left already. You know, signed for their shit, went upstate, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. But he said, we keep the same energy that they left. And I don't know how, I don't like to get too much into the politics, considering, you know, the race issues, the racial lines. I'm not really with that shit. But he tells me they roll up Southside. Any Southsider that comes in here, they give them the option to leave, to roll it up, or they get smashed out. You feel me? They get beat up and send them on their way. Because, and I find out later, it's because they have even Hispanics, which they consider some spices. They say they're paisas, that are in this day room as well, that like that as well. They liked the no politics in a sense. I'm feeling, I'm like, all right, it's cool. You know, he cracks a little joke. Oh, there's this big Tongan guy in the back. If you don't know Tongan, I think I'll go with that. There's this big Tongan guy in the back. Basically cracked some stupid little joke, like, "Oh, you're gonna have to roll him out." I said, "All right, for sure," knowing damn well I wasn't trying to do all that shit, but I knew I was hoping he was bullshitting. He seemed like it, but no. So he laughed it off. I'm like, all right, cool. He broke the ice. You feel me? Seems like everything's straight. I ended up here in Indio, I believe, like 3 months, right, out of 8 months, something like that. That's something like 3 months in there, right, altogether in this one dorm, as opposed to where I was supposed to be at in the working dorm. The 3 months that I'm there, you know, everything's cool. I meet this dude that's from New York. You know what I'm saying? Didn't bang or nothing. He was still fighting his case. So once again, I'm not gonna say his name. I probably won't drop any names just for the simple fact I don't want to incriminate or anything, even when it has still in the open cases and whatnot. You feel me? Or just out of respect. But this guy was from New York, had an accent. He looked Jewish, kind of. He was a white dude, but he ran Muslim, I believe. So he was basic. I'm pretty sure he was like white, but from New York, was Muslim. He said so. He ran with the blacks. Anyway, cool ass dude. Like, he was cool as fuck. That was the homie and shit too. But when I had first got in there, you know, there wasn't really any rules except one person out of how many, let's just keep it safe and say there was 8 people in each dorm, right? In the 3 rooms, 8 each. So 8 times 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. 24 people, right? There's one TV in the day room, one remote that one person out of these 24 people controls at all times. For some reason, it's just one person. At the time, it was the dude from 60s. So I'm there about a week, 2 weeks. Things are cool, everything's smooth. Anyway, I end up the dude from 60s ends up getting transferred. The remote gets left to this dude from New York. Cool, chilling, whoop de whoop. Wound up on the bottom bunk finally. Next thing I know, dude from New York getting rolled up. I'm left with the remote for some reason. And at the time it's like I said, I think it was 2010. I had like just turned 18, maybe. Yeah, I was like just 18. So I'm like, I was the youngest person in there at this certain point where I got left the remote. And no big deal. I mean, there was times where there was a person or two that tried to try me. I think they took the remote off of my bunk, or like I had to set it somewhere, and next to the, like, on the gate thing, someone ended up snatching it. Did what I was placed to do, you know. I can't let no one pressure me. I can't let no one, you feel me, basically bitch me out or like just take something from, you know what I'm saying? So I go in there, I see the remote on the table. Don't even give a fuck who was in. There's no one like really in front of it. It's just kind of like someone had set it on the table and everyone was like around on the other table looking up at the TV, and the remote's just on the table that no one's sitting on, right under the TV, kind of. Go in there, snatch the remote. I said, anyone takes some shit off my bunk again, we can get down, bro. You got me fucked up. Y'all already know what time it is in here. Y'all already know the rules. I'm not finna explain shit. The next person who takes this shit, we can get down. Now, I mean, I got a little size on me, you feel me? But I'm not, especially then, wasn't in the best of shape. But you feel me? I was starting to work out, so I was young. I didn't, still kind of, I don't give a fuck mentality somewhat. So no one said nothing. No one said shit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm surprised. And I'm glad, because there'd been people in there that had been there for a little while together. You know, they could easily jump my ass. Like I said, there's no real politics in this little day room for the most part, except, you feel me? As far as I knew, the brothers and the others control the remote. Anyway, that shit, the hardest part about that was the fact that my mom, you know, she'd have to drive all the way from Riverside 2.5, 3 hours away just to come see me. So I'm there 3 months. I'm finally, you know, after like the first month, I'm already comfortable. I'm like, this ain't shit. I could just, you know, do a little workout in the morning. I had a routine. I'd wake up really early, and there may be 1 or 2 other people out of the 24 people that'd be awake at this time. Like, literally, it'd be like right after breakfast. It'd be like 4 in the morning. Most people would go back into their cells to sleep. I would bring all my shit out for the day room, breakfast time. So everyone went in. It'd be me and one other dude, and we'd, like, you know, be working out, watching the news and stuff, drinking coffee, chilling. 3 months goes by, out of nowhere, boom. Oh no, I take that back. See, I almost skipped part. Anyway, not a big important part, but dude from 60s comes back. No, I give him the remote. I'm like, here, bro, I don't even want this shit, but you feel me? Like, just on some respect, you know, when I came in here, you the one who controlled shit. I'm not even gonna, you know? It's not like people fight over it like that, but, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was young. I was just like, I'm not cut out for this shit, in a sense. Like, I don't want to have to, like, be the control. I don't even have kids. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and, like, try to father people, but at the same time, it was cool at the time for that little period, you know, of feeling like, yeah, nigga, this is my shit, you know, like Anyway, so he comes back, give him the remote. We even had to move somebody off a bunk that was his old bunk, because I wasn't gonna get my bottom bunk up. Some new dude that came in, it was the first time someone was my age that came in from like Orange County or something. Some white boy like, oh, what's up, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? But cool dude. Anyway, he had to move, and next thing I know, boom, I get transferred. They sent me back to Riverside, luckily, but Banning, California. Banning, aka Camp Snoopy. So this is where I did the remainder of my time. 5 months, five months in like maybe a week or two or some shit. Can't remember exact numbers. I get in there, they put me in another working dorm, but this time they put me in laundry and not the kitchen. I was supposed to work in the kitchen in Indio. Over here they have me in a 64-man dorm, laundry. So GP was orange, general population were orange. The trustees were green, so I went from oranges to green. Get in here, I step into the dorm, 64-man dorm, right? Smells, it's hot, it's fucking, you got 30-something people on one side, 30 people on one side. In the middle of the big-ass room is showers on one side, and then toilets, to where there's 4 toilets on each side. So 8 total toilets, 4 on each side. We had a politic, because like I said, California, you feel me? You got racial politics. Or gang politics, but also racial. Like, that's, if you want to be real with it, call it what it is. So I get in there. I notice, for the most part, there's a big number of blacks. I can't remember the exact numbers, but I'm pretty sure at one point we had almost our whole own side. So out of the 30 and 30 something, let's say 32, got these 64 men on 32. I'm 32 on the side with just 32 on my side where I ended up bunked at. We had one whole side of half of the 32 people. So the bunks that were all against the wall, all blacks and others, because there was another other two at the time. Eventually, by the time I left, so we had, in a sense, you would say we had numbers, because another thing, this was a working dorm once again, but it wasn't politics is hard. You feel me? Like, there was politics, there were racial politics and shit, to where like we wouldn't the brothers and the others, we would play cards with the whites and stuff. We fucked with the whites. I think we could even fuck with the paisas, because that was the other thing. It wasn't just Southsiders in there. They had a whole paisa card as well. So like, the Southsiders normally have the numbers regardless. Normally they'd have the whole 32 of one side. But because there was so many paisas in this dorm, I mean, the working dorm, the Southsiders were, they basically just did their own shit. They politic their politics, and we stayed out their way, they stayed out our way, you feel me? Never really was too much drama until first I was a right hand, right? For like about a month or two, the last month or two of my stay there. Everything went smooth, and then I became the right hand, right? Now, I went into this position. See, the right hand, if you don't know, you have your rep, which is the one person that's in charge of that race, in a sense. And in county, I've been to prison once, so I'm not too familiar with prison politics, other than you having a rep, basically. But in county, especially Riverside County, we had the rep and the right hand. So you had 2 people basically in charge. One rules overall. The other one is like his right hand man, or black card, we called it left hand man, because go against the grain, I guess you could say. But everyone else said right hand. Nah, but we had our left hand man, right? The rep at the time was my boy from Gateway Posse Crip. Cool as fuck. Feel me? Had some Indian bitch that sat on the reservation getting money. So he was always big spreading. My mom's was looking out for me. I also had girls I had up to like 5 different homegirls at the time riding me. And this is where shit got a little, I guess you could say, fun. Or not fun, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to like glorify or whatsoever prison or jail, but I was young. Still, kind of like into the gangbanging mentality. So all these people around me, my rep, even some of the rep in the right hand for the white boys, for the rep in just the rep, not the right hand for the paisas, was cool with us. Like I ended up starting this thing called Ganja Goons. It started off with me talking about some girls that were riding me. I used to call them my Ganja Goons. They had nicknames, everything, you feel me? Doing the most, trying to get money, I'm saying. I'm not gonna say what we got into necessarily, but involved that dro. I'm saying, and all these guys were like, damn, you got these girls riding you, sending you pictures and shit. I'm like, yeah, they're my homegirls, they're solid, you know? Next thing you know, we start up the Ganja Goons in jail, in Riverside County Jail. I can't even remember who all exactly was involved, other than me, the rep, the Paisa rep, which was a young nigga. You could tell he was with it, but like he wasn't a Southsider. He was, you know, he claimed Paisa, like, but he didn't bang nothing. But he knew what time it was. He was with the business. And then we had this one Southsider. Now oh yeah, I'll drop his nickname because his nickname only pertains to when he was with us. Like when he was in this day room, you feel me? It was this dude. He looked kind of like Suge Knight. You feel me? So we called him Suge. Man, we was turning up to where like there was like I said, there was politics, but we had this little Ganja Goons clique, and it was funny because we would sit there. Like I said, my parents, my family, and you know, some people were looking out for me. We had my rep from Gateway. His baby mama, you know, taking care of him. You feel me? Big bags, every fucking commissary. We'd be big spreading every night, big spread and a cake. You feel me? Well, this dude Suge, my boy, right, the biggest Southsider that was in the fucking dorm. Straight Suge Knight, had the beard, everything. You feel me? And this fool would come from their side of the fucking day room, or from from the day room, all the way to the back corner where I was there was like, anyway, I was in the back corner. There was the two bunks, top, bottom, that were right next to the wall, and then right next to that led into the rest of the bunks was where I was at the bottom. So the left-hand man for the blacks and the rep were on the two bottoms at the very back. Big spreading. This fool Suge would come all the way from the other side, sit down on my bunk, eat spread with us, eat cake with us, stand up and say, I'll be back. Boom. He'd go straight over to the other side, knew what time it was, politics. They touched him up. I don't know what you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know exactly what they did, but they touched him up. Carientada, or how you say it? Something like that, right? It's basically they discipline their people. And, you know, it is what it is. Like, he would come back over and he'd sit down, or he would stand next to my bunk and be like, oh, that one kind of hurt, but I'm not going to eat spread with you guys for like another couple nights. You feel me? I'm gonna give it a little break. But I'm gonna still fuck with you. You still my boys. You feel me? Like, he'd still fuck with us regardless. It's tough. Like, it was crazy as fuck. So you could basically say at one point we had the pilot. Like I said, it was in the laundry. You feel me? So it was, but we had it cracking. Like, it was the best that we could make of a hard time. You feel me? Hard situation. Yeah, like that's just the first time. There wasn't too much action. You feel me? I do have stories that involve a lot more action. Like I said, this is me just touching base with this whole jail prison video kind of thing with YouTube. So hopefully, if this shit go, I'll put out some more videos and feel me and whatnot. Yeah, so that's about it. Hopefully, stay tuned for round 2.